If you are watching for the first time, then please do subscribe to my channel, and if you already subscribed, then don't forget to click the bell icon to get the latest uploads of my channel. Hi friends, welcome to Sewing is Fun. Today I am going to show you how to make a symmetrical kurti. It's very simple to make. For this I'll be using this white color rayon fabric. This is 1.5 meters, and inside I'll add this white color lining which is also 1 meter, and this pink net fabric. This I'll be using for the front side, so I'm taking less than 1 meter around. So let's quickly get started for the drafting first. So this is my fabric. I folded it into half from the width side, and then I'll again fold it in this way. So these are the 4 layers of my fabric, and now from this folded side I'm gonna mark my measurements. Okay, so here from this folded side I had measured my shoulder, that is 15 inches. Half of 15 is 7.5. so from here I marked 7.5 here, and down I marked my armhole, that is 14 inches. So half of 14 is 7, so I marked here 7 inches and made a box like this. And now from this side corner I went 1 inches upside like this and made a armhole. This is my back armhole. From here I measured the fourth part of my chest here like this, and this armhole point I joined this line like this, and then from this point I went 1 inches inside and draw a straight line, and then from here I marked the front armhole by connecting this point in this way, and now from this side I marked my neck width, which is 3 inches, and down in a cross way I marked neck width, which is 7 inches I took, and I made a sweetheart neckline here. You can give any kind of shape, whatever you want. And from this side, from your shoulder, just go 15 inches down and mark your waist, the fourth part of your waist from this folded side, and draw this straight line. So this, now from this waistline just put your ruler like this in a slanting way to match the corner in the end, and give a straight line like this. And if you want to give more flare in the bottom, so you need to take more cloth for that, around half meter more, and then give a more slanting line like this, so that you'll get a more flare. It can be called a A-line kurti kind of. So just make that, or else if you want straight kurti as I'm making here, so you need to give a bit of flare, a very small flare in this way, and then join this end point, and then here leave around 1 inch or half inch for stitching purpose, and again make the line like this, and then cut this area out, everything. Then after cutting the first layer, remove one layer and then give a back neck shape, and then cut that again also, and from here also give the back armhole and the front armhole separately. So here I separated 2 pieces. This is the back piece. Now from here I'll measure 3 inches inside for my neck width, and from here mark your neck depth. I'm taking 8.5 inches. You can take whatever you like, and again make that box and give the shape of your back neck. I'm just giving the round neck. You can give according to your choice. I'm done with giving the round shape for my neckline. Now I'm going to cut this out before cutting the front neckline, I'll just leave ½ inch inside here, and then I'm gonna cut on these markings. In front armhole also I'll do the same thing. I'll leave here ½ inch around, and then from here I'm gonna cut this out. In this way. Now put both the pieces on top of each other like this to match the shoulder, and now I'm gonna give shoulder slope markings. So from the top here in the armhole line, just give 1 inch downside a mark, and then join this neckline point with this in a slanting way like this, and just cut this out. I turned my fabric into 2 layers, and now from the top I'll measure the total length of my kurti. So the ready length of my kurti is 39 inches. I'll add 2 inches extra for seam allowances, so that becomes 41 inches. So from the top I'll mark 41 inches here and draw a straight line like this. And now from this side, whatever side you want for your asymmetrical shape, right or left, just minus it 5 inches. I'm taking 5 inches here. You can take accordingly how much you are comfortable with. So up I'll mark 5 inches, and from this point I'll give a symmetrical shape by joining this point to this point like this. Now first I'll cut this out. So I'm done with cutting, and here you can give any kind of shape, because asymmetrical means which is not equal, the two directions which are not equal, so that is called asymmetrical shape. So here I had given like this. You can also give in this way like V shape, or from here also you can give in a cross way, any kind of shape whichever you like. Just cut this out first in a 2-layered fabric. Okay, so now let's cut the net fabric. So this is the front side of my kurti, and this is the wrong side, and this is the wrong side of my net as well. Now I'll cut on the same markings as I had cut the kurti piece. So let's cut this out. Now I'm gonna cut the lining. So just separate both the pieces, front and back, and now make your lining in 2 layers and cut this out. And the length of my lining is 24 inches. You can take accordingly whatever you like. You can also take the full length of your lining if your fabric is too much transy, and if it's a normal cotton fabric then you don't need to add lining, but here mine is rayon, so I'm adding lining to it. So I'll cut my lining according to the measurements of my armhole and neckline. The only difference is I'll take the length of 24 inches. Okay, now let's cut the sleeves with the remaining fabric. So these are the 2 layers of fabric facing right sides together. Now fold it from the middle again, and now this is the folded side and this is the open side. Now from the top, mark 3 inches down here and give a straight line. So now from this folded side, mark the half of your armhole. Mine is 15, so half of 15 is 7.5, so I'll mark here 7.5. Now from this point, just give a curve shape as we give for sleeves, like this. And now from this middle point, just go 1 inches down or half inch down, and then give a line like this, and then again join these points with a bit of curve. So this will be our front armhole and this is our back armhole. So now from the top, I'll mark my length of the sleeve. So from the top, the ready length of my sleeve is 5 inches. I'll add 1.5 inches for stitching purpose, so that becomes 6.5. So here I'll mark 6.5 and again draw a straight line. And now from this folded side, I'll mark the arm round. So my arm round is 10.5. I'll add 1 inch for ease allowance, so that becomes 11.5. So half of 11.5 is 5.7. So from this folded side, I'll mark 5.7 here, and then I'm gonna join this point with this point. So here I had also given 1.5 inches margin for stitching purpose and made a parallel line from this point. Now I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, now let's start with the stitching first. So here this is my front piece of the kurti and this is the right side, and I'll put net on top of this. This is the right side too. Now I'm gonna stitch to all the sides from the shoulder, armhole, neckline, everything, leaving around half inch. And here you can do one more variation. Suppose you are using 2 different colors of fabric. See, here I'm using net, but if you are using 2 different colors of fabric, then here you can also make a symmetrical shape in different directions. See, like this. So this was also can be a nice design. Here you can see this fabric is leaving here and this fabric is leaving here, so this will also create a V kind of shape in your kurti. So you can try this also. And here if you are using that kind of kurti design, then you need to give a hemming separately in both the pieces, but here I am using the same direction, so I'll not give hemming here. I'll just stitch first this part. I'm done with attaching the knit fabric onto this rayon fabric. You can see I had just left a very few inches here just to attach it, and now I'm gonna take my lining, the front side, and first I'm gonna hem this by folding 2 times like this. And so here you can see I hemmed this lining. This is the right side, these two are the right sides facing each other, and I place it like this, and also I pinned it. Now I'm gonna stitch from here leaving half inch, and my stitches will gonna end here, and here I'll leave around 1 inch from the shoulder downside, 1 inch, and this portion I'm not gonna stitch, and from here again I'll stitch till this point around 1 inch, leave here and here. then start again from here, and my stitches will gonna end here. So I attached the lining to the main fabric, and here you can see I had left this much area, and now I'm gonna turn it to the right side. But before that, first I'll give the slits to the curvy areas of the neckline and armhole. Just make sure not to cross the thread line here, and give small slits and turn it to the right side. So I turned it to the right side, and now I'm gonna give a top stitch from here till here and from here till here to both the sides. I'm done with giving the top stitch in the neckline and the armhole. You can see the fine looks, and now I'm gonna prepare the back piece with the same procedure. The only thing is I'll not gonna add this net fabric to my back piece. I'll just add the lining. So let's do that. So I prepared the back piece also by joining the lining here, and now I'll join the shoulders of both the back and front piece. Now this is the back piece, this is the right side of that, and place the front piece on top of this. The right sides are inside, and now just match the shoulders first. This is the knit fabric and this is the plain rayon fabric. Now first we'll attach these two pieces. Just leave this lining and give a stitch here by leaving around ½ inch to both the shoulders. So I attach these main fabrics, and now I'm gonna stitch the lining piece. So just turn this lining in this way. These are the right sides, so match these right sides together in this way, and then give a stitch here also, leaving around ½ inch to both the shoulders. So here you can see I attach these linings and the main fabric separately, and now I'm gonna turn it to the right side. Just pull it in this way and turn it. So here you can see this is the wrong side of our kurti, so the finishing are very much clear, and here also from the front side you can see how professional it's looking. And now we need to close these open sides, so just turn it to the wrong side. So this is the back side of my kurti, this is the lining. I'll just put my hand inside here, you can see, and now I'll just hold this thing and take it outside here in this way, and now here you can see this is the open side. So I'll just give a stitch here, leaving around ½ inch from here to here till the area it's opened, and to the other side also I'll do the same thing. And make sure not to stitch the inside fabric, just stitch this much. And while stitching these two pieces separately, the one tip is when we leave here 1 inch, that is more than enough. Don't leave more and don't leave less than 1 inch. Then you will, if turn it to this side, the lining, then it will not be comfortable to turn. So just make sure while leaving 1 inch from the shoulder to the downside. So after giving side stitches, you can see my shoulder is looking like this from the front and from the back. See how beautiful the finishing is. And now I'm gonna hem the bottom part and the sides. So just fold your fabric in this way 2 times and give a straight stitch on both these sides, and do the same thing with the back part also. And in the sides you need to give hemming till here where our linings are ending. So just give a stitch till this point. So after doing the hemming part, let's stitch our sleeves. So just first do hemming in the bottom of the sleeve. Just fold it 2 times like this and give a stitch here and here straight. So I'm done with the hemming part. And now just open your kurti in this way, and then just match the right side of your sleeve to the right side of your kurti in this way, and you need to first find the middle point of this sleeve. So just fold it and find the middle point, mark it and put it here in the joining of the shoulders, and make sure the front side of your sleeve should be here in the front side of your kurti. And now just give a stitch here, leaving around 1/2 inch, and turn it in this way slowly while stitching, and do it till the end. So start your sewing from the middle here and then stop here, and then from here again do the stitching to the back part. Do the same thing with the other side also. Okay, so after attaching these sleeves, we'll turn our kurti to the wrong side and then mark our body measurements. Here mark your armhole, here your arm round, and this is the point where we need to mark our chest, second part of your chest, as it is a 2-layered fabric, and here waist, and 15 inches down here our hip measurement, and from the smaller side 9 inches up I had marked here point because I want to give a slit here. The cut you can give accordingly, whatever you are comfortable with, and this is the shorter side. So from here straight mark another point, and from here till this point I'm gonna stitch. So let's do this. I'm also adding this contrast color pom-pom lace to the bottom of my kurti and sleeves, and this concludes my beautiful asymmetrical kurti. Very easy to make, though stylish to wear. Do add this in your collection, and remember not to forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.